Good morning! Good morning, story timers. Did you think I forgot? I didn't. It's Friday the 13th. So what does that mean? To some people, that means, ooh, it might be a day of bad luck. But I look at it like a great day because I'm so grateful for waking up and being here with you. But it is. It's November 13th and it's Friday the 13th. And I'm so excited to be here. It is story time, and I am Donna Vee. And we are here every week, Sunday through Friday, 10 to 11. And we talk about the alphabet, stretching. It's an amazing family fun show, a great way to start your day. And we read 3 books to the kids. So I'm so happy if it's your first time here. Welcome. If not, welcome back. What's up, Dennis? How are you? Good morning. So pumped to be here. So excited. It's a Friday. And yeah, it's a little cloudy outside, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Good morning, Frank Simon. What's happening? Friday the 13th. Ooh, Christina, what's up? Yes, I know. Christina, how are you? What's going on? You're going to Pennsylvania? That's going to be fun. Be careful. All right. Are you guys excited? I'm pumped. Good morning, Lewis. How are you? Lewis is my knight in shining armor. And he comes to me all the way from Ireland. And I love it. And it's amazing. It's sweet. How are you? Good morning. Oh, I put the wrong one up. Dang it. Now, I know where my marbles are. I've lost a lot of things. But you can't lose them if you never had them. So it's cool. All right, kids. Are you ready to stretch it out? I'm so pumped. We're going to start with the alphabet. Do you know what today's letter is? I do. Okay. Now, we know there's 26 letters in the alphabet. 13 is the middle. When we get to the letter M, we switch, because that's the middle of the alphabet. And then we switch our arm circles into a different direction. And then on the letter S, we switch all together. Are you ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, middle, go backwards, N, O, P, Q, R, S, switch it, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Yay, that's awesome. That's right, Lewis, M is for the middle. And now, you know what we love to do? The ASL alphabet. So here's a picture to remind you what it looks like. And then I'm going to get my very special book along with my very special music. And let's try it together. Okay, so we have Dina the Deaf Dinosaur is our book. I'm going to go to that page. Here we go. See it? Okay, ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Excellent. You guys are awesome. Okay, so in case you're wondering what the letter of the day is, did you figure it out yet? Let's say yesterday was O. So you remember, okay, I could do the ASL slower. Of course. P is for please. That's awesome. Should we do it again? I'll do it again. Okay, let's do it again. I love that you're trying. Okay, we'll do it one more time and I'll go slower. Okay, ready? So A is a little hard to see here, but you put your thumb up. A, B, C, D, E, F. Come on, Yogi. Come on up. Want to do this? Come on. Good morning, Michael. So F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Now the H and the Q are similar. So H, you turn it into a Q. R, S, T, U, V, W, it's over here, X, Y, Z. Okay, better? Nice. Perfect. Awesome. That was great. I'm so happy that you're so interested in learning. Okay. Hi, Yogi. Yogi's up there on the mountain of pillows. My buddy. Okay, now let's see if I can find the letter P card. I hope everyone's having a good morning. I don't know what the weather is like where you are, but it's gray and cloudy here on this Friday, the 13th of November. I found it. And you know what P stands for? Piggy. The weather is pleasant. And there is our uppercase and lowercase p. They look similar, but different. The uppercase is tall. The lowercase looks like a little baby. And my nails are pink. Okay, P. Okay. Now it is time to read Frank Simon's alliterative sentence. He put it up nice and quickly. Let's see what it says. Oh, this one looks like it's going to be a tough one. I'm going to need some water. So healthy habits, waking up, gratitude, brushing your teeth, washing your face. And today I showered. Always a good day to shower. And then water. So you're not parched. Okay, let's see. It says, Priscilla Prescott presently picks pink purple petals, placing precariously on Prudence's pompadour. Okay. Frank Simon. Priscilla Prescott presently picks pink purple petals, placing precariously on Prudence's pompadour. Not bad. Let's try it a little faster. Priscilla Prescott presently picks pink purple petals, placing precariously on Prudence's pompadour. Priscilla Prescott presently picks pink purple petals, placing precariously on Prudence's pompadour. Priscilla Prescott presently picks pink purple petals, placing precariously on Prudence's pompadour. Not bad, I say. Oh, that was fun. Okay. Clear my throat. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Now, let's see. We talked about some healthy habits. Then we stretched and we did our ASL alphabet. A-S-L. Then we read the alliterative sentence, drank our water. Should we say good morning to the kids? I think we should have vitamin time first. I think I need the vitamins to get me through the long list of kids' names. And if your name is not on the list and you want to add it, put it in the comments, because starting next alphabet, we'll be highlighting names of the letter of the day. That's what we'll be doing. So, I think today we're switching the order. I'm in the mood for my vitamin. I think it would be wonderful. Good morning. Today's my granddaughter's first birthday, Harper, and we say good morning to Harper, right? She's definitely on the list. Do we not? Should I add her? Carol, do I say her? If I don't, we're going to add her, but I think she's on here somewhere. I don't know. May I add her if she's not on there? But I think she is. I just think right now there's so many names on there, I cannot focus on it until I say the names. But I most certainly would love to wish her a happy birthday. We could sing to her right after my vitamins, which I need to get more of. Okay. Ooh, today's Harper's birthday on Friday the 13th. That's lucky. Maybe we'll read from page 13 today. That's my birthday also. My birthday is on the 13th. So let's get out our little yellow book. And now we know vitamin time is a great time to talk about our good manners. That's right, saying please and thank you and you're welcome, and not chewing with our mouth open or talking with our mouth full. No, that's not nice. So let's see what vitamins I have today. Wonder what color. Is it going to be a one of each or a two of the same? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a two of the same. And it's 2 of the purple. So they're not so tart. So look, 2 is the recommended dosage for my vitamins. So I recommend that you only take what's recommended, because you know what, kids? I know they look like candy. They taste a little like candy. They smell like candy, but they're not candy. And you don't want to take more than you should. So this little yellow book is what helps me not to talk with my mouth open while I'm eating. It's rude. So 1, 2, 3. Delicious. You did? Holly, you bought the book. Do you love it? Hi, Patrick. Hi. That's awesome. It's such a great book. I love it. I'm so happy that you bought it. So I'm going to read page 13 because today is Friday the 13th. I actually like Friday the 13th. Let's see what lesson it has today. Lucky number 13. You're almost done with the book. That's amazing. Okay, you ready? You can only be afraid when you pretend you're not in control. Lonely when you stop doing things. Bored when you stop following your heart. And overwhelmed when you think the illusions are real. The believed in myth that you might somehow lose or become less is what makes life an adventure. Fear goes away when you remember, first, you are a spiritual being. And second, nothing can ever be lost or taken from a spiritual being that cannot be recreated. Sometimes it takes being pressed with darkness before you begin to seek the light. And life does not happen to you. You happen to life. That's so true. It is so true. So remember that, okay? You can create anything you want. You really can. You can create your own joy, your own happiness, and it's really important for you to remember that. So, exactly. Now, we should say good morning to the kids. I'm going to have a little bit more water. Ooh, a fuzz. And then I have my list out. And my letter. And Alpha Bear. Alpha Bear, we need to tie your tie. Coming undone, sir. My buddy Alpha Bear. And he's going to help me find the kids' names that start with the letter P. Here we go. Are you ready? Good morning, TJ and DJ, and TJ slash DJ, and baby Lewis, Julian, Matthew, Nicholas, Quentin, Ella, Ari, and Luca, Lucia, and Mia, and Jax Lennon, Mark McCartney, Nina Starr, Leah and Kristen from Johnstown, PA, Holland and Austin, Brianna and Lily, Alex and Hannah Lorraine. Hi guys, I'm going to see Mom today. Seamus, Cooper, and Tori. There she is. Liam and the birthday girl, Harper. I knew she was on the list. Tiffany, Emerson, and Ollie. Colin, Lily, and Hunter. Sophie, Giovanni, Gracelyn, and Kaylee. Joseph and Roscoe. Scarlett, Juliet, Regina, and Madison. Jack, Allie, and Andrew. Serena, Sawyer, Jane, Byron, Layla, and Genevieve. Finn, Fletcher, Anzor, and Kai. Good morning. We've got Paisley. Your name begins with a P. Presley. Your name begins with a P. Liam, Vinny, and Joseph, Maggie, and Isaac. Patrick. Your name begins with a P. Liliana and Melanie. Jane and Liam. Lena and Sabino. Liam, Melody, and Kayla DiPietro. Good morning. Patrick, your name begins with P. Good morning, Patrick. And Nico, Willow, Samantha, Frankie, Vansha, Vishaka from India, Sufain from France, Penelope Snow, your name begins with P. And Nikki, and they're from Maine, Tomas and Alec, Leo, Bailey and Michaela, Tony, Bella, AJ, and Angelo, Ace, Ara, and Amber from the Philippines. Philippines starts with P. Fifi and Little Joe. Penelope Rose. Hi, Penny. Your name begins with P. Viviana and Bethany. Joe Jr., Caitlin, Ryan, Lucas, and Isabella. Emma, Liv, and Blake. Jake and Maddie. Tabia, Max, and Luca. V and Izzy. My niece, Olivia Rose. My goddaughter, Marin Rose. Her sister, Molly. James Storm, my other cousin's son. Allie and Emily, Jake and Kaylin. And of course, the two hearts that walk outside my body, Carly and Courtney. Happy Friday the 13th. Whew. That's a lot. It takes a lot of practice to read that many names. And honestly, wow, it's amazing to me how many names I'm blessed to read and how lucky I am, how many fans I have of story time. I love it. So thank you. So you know what time it is now, right? Now it's time for our social distancing buddies. And I think in honor of the letter P, we should have Little Pig should be first. Hi, Little Pig. Love my little piggy friend. Yogi. Yogi's behind me. I love Yogi. I remember when Yogi didn't know, and Yogi thought that Piggy was one of his toys. And Courtney would say, Mommy, Mommy, Yogi has Piggy. And I'd have to hurry up and rescue. I think that's why there's a bite mark right there from when Yogi was a baby. And Piggy, you're a loyal friend. You didn't go anywhere. So, Piggy's first. Piggy is for loyalty. And we know how important loyalty is. Yeah, you can't have a long-time friendship without loyalty. Like me and Holly. She's my friend for a long time. And then we have our social distancing buddy, Bartholomew. That's right. and Bartholomew, who should we send love and light to today? Well, our birthday girl, Harper, she turned a year old today. Let's send it out to our friends. I think we should send it out to friends and loved ones who need joy and happiness, health, and love and light. And also, because we're not going to be here tomorrow, we want to make sure we send extra out so they don't miss us. I know I'm going to miss them. And then we have our Make-A-Wish uni, who we could send lots of wishes out with. That's right. We wish everyone a safe, happy, and lucky Friday the 13th. Music. I love music. Music is one of my favorite things in the whole world. And music can change the day. Cecilia will heal ya. I want to send healing love and light out to anyone who's quarantining because of exposure to COVID-19. And I hope that you test negative and pray for you. And then elephant, because elephants never forget. We never forget anyone, even those we haven't met yet, even those who are friends with and love Lammy. They're the #1 fan in Lammy's fan club, right? For the sheep and the sheepdogs out there. Ooh. And then those that are sad because maybe, I don't know, they feel alone. We want to make sure they know they're not alone. Just tune into our story time and we prove it. We love everybody. We include everyone. Oh, yeah. And then my fave. Go this way, okay? This is our little winged creature. And you know who else's birthday it is? My friend Ann Sutton. Ann Sutton, if you're watching, happy birthday. I love Ann. That's right. Precious Lammy is a pretty princess. See, everyone here has someone that loves them. And I here love everyone out there. And I think it's amazing that we get to spend the morning together. Anyone else? Nope. Okay, so on the count of 3, we're going to send love and light and laughter and hope and peace and joy out to anyone who needs it in our family and our circle of friends and those that are celebrating birthdays today. Happy birthday! Okay, ready? 1 from your head, 2 from your heart, 3 from your heart chakra. Send a beam of light from me to you and you to me. Go. That's amazing, you guys. You are all amazing. And I thank you and I appreciate you. Okay, are you ready to do our breathing exercises? Because we have some big books today. Today is definitely an exciting day for stories. It is Friday, and I love the books we have. Some of them I've never seen before, ever. So that makes for fun and excitement. Now, I'm going to ground my feet into the earth, aka the carpet. And I'm going to bring my arms up. I'm going to draw in a deep breath. And just like our friend, what should Darla do? Only positive words, okay, guys? So I am confident, loved, thoughtful. You ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I am hopeful. I am caring. I am full of joy. I am excited to read. Okay. Yay! Now, for our first book today. all of our books are a little bit, they look like they're kind of all on the longer side. But we're going to start with brand new pencils, brand new books, because P, pencils. Perfect. Pleasantly perfect. Here we go. Oh. Tomorrow's the first day of school, Father said. Do you have everything ready? I do, said Gilbert. I do too, said Lola. I'm going to school with Gilbert. Gilbert frowned. No, Lola, he said. I'm going to big kid school. You're going to preschool. At bedtime, Gilbert checked his new backpack. Inside were his brand new pencils and his brand new notebooks. He was excited about being in first grade. Lola had a new backpack too. Inside was her stuffed rabbit. Lola wasn't excited. Gilbert said, Preschool is fun, Lola. Mrs. Duck is nice. Lola sighed. I'll go, she said, but I won't like it. Look at how cute she is. The next morning, Gilbert walked to school with Patty and her mother. I hope Mrs. Bird is nice, Patty said. Gilbert stopped walking and said, Uh-oh, what if she's not? Patty pulled his arm. Then we better walk fast. If we're late, maybe she'll send us to the principal. He looks mean, Gilbert said. Let's walk very, very fast. There they are. When they got to school, Patty's mother introduced them. The very tall teacher bent down. Hello, Patty. Hello, Gilbert, she said, smiling. Please leave your things in your cubbies. Then go sit on the carpet. Patty hugged her mother goodbye. Gilbert wished that his mother was there too to hug. Aw, he should have hugged Patty's mom. I would have hugged him. Gilbert found a cubby hole with his name on it and his photograph on it. He looked at the photographs on the other cubbies. He didn't know anyone except Patty. Wow, I remember going to the first day of school. Oh. Patty sat down next to a girl named Margaret. Ah, Margaret. And Gilbert sat next to Patty. Patty talked and laughed with Margaret. I can't even not say it like that. That was my grandmother's name, Margaret McQuaid. Until Mrs. Bird turned the lights off and on. Their kindergarten teacher never turned the lights off and on. Everyone suddenly grew quiet. Good morning and welcome to first grade, Mrs. Bird said. A boy named Philip held up a big fat book and said, I know how to read. Mrs. Bird smiled and said, Thank you for sharing, Philip. This year, we will all learn how to read. Now, everyone, please take your seats. Gilbert was worried. He couldn't read the kind of book that Philip could. Gilbert took the desk next to Patty's. Suddenly, a big kid said, Can't you read? He pointed to the name taped on the front of the desk. It says Lewis. That spells Lewis. That's a different way to spell Lewis. That's funny. Gilbert turned red. He didn't know there were names on the desks. He quickly got up and found a desk that said Gilbert. A boy was already sitting there. The boy turned red and moved to the desk that said Frank. Mrs. Bird handed out spelling books and reading books and special paper to write on. Gilbert could see that first grade was going to be hard. Good morning, Christopher. How are you today? At snack time, Louis shouted, "Oh boy, chocolate cookies." Mrs. Bird turned to him and said, "We don't shout in class, Louis. That's a rule in first grade." She wrote on the chalkboard, rules. Rules. Number 1, use your quiet voice. Then she asked, "What are some other rules you should follow?" Patty raised her hand and said, "We should say please and thank you." Mrs. Bird wrote it on the board. Gilbert knew that rule and wished he had said it first. Mrs. Bird listed all the rules they could think of until Gilbert finally added, "You should always sit in the right desk." Look at the rules. Use your quiet voice. Say please and thank you. Keep your desk tidy. Ooh, cover your mouth when you sneeze. And I think it says do not pick your nose. Do not push. Those are good rules. At lunchtime, Mrs. Bird brought her class to the cafeteria. Gilbert had never eaten in the cafeteria with the big kids before. He looked for Patty, but she was already sitting next to Margaret. There was an empty seat next to Louis, but Gilbert didn't want to sit there. He finally sat by himself. He wasn't hungry. But if he didn't eat his lunch, maybe he would get sent to the principal. As he started eating, Mrs. Bird walked toward him. "Oh, here's a seat," she said to the boy named Frank. And Frank sat next to Gilbert, and Gilbert saw that he had the exact same Martian space pilot lunchbox. See that? There's Louis. There's Patty. And that's Margaret. At recess, Frank and Gilbert climbed all the way to the top of the climbing fort. Philip was a good reader, but he was not a good climber. When he tried to go up the ladder, he kept tripping on his big feet. After recess, they painted pictures to go into the rule book. Louis was a good climber, but he was not a very good painter. He spilled green paint all over his desk. He yelled, "Arg!" forgetting about the rule number 1, not to shout in class. You think it looks like you, Louis? I don't think so. After they cleaned up, it was quiet time. Gilbert thought that quiet time meant nap time, like in kindergarten, but it really meant that everyone could pick out a book to read alone. Gilbert picked a Frog and Toad book and brought it to the beanbag chair. Everyone was very quiet, especially Louis. He had fallen asleep reading Goodnight Moon. When the bell rang at the end of the day, Gilbert wasn't ready to go home. He was still reading Frog and Toad Are Friends when his mother came to pick him up. Philip was helping him with the words that he didn't know. I know how to read, Gilbert announced proudly. I love that. He's so proud of himself because he's reading. Take the book home, Gilbert, said Mrs. Bird. See if you can finish it. I have homework too, Lola said to Mrs. Bird. I have to write my name 10 times. School is very hard. On the way home, Patty and Gilbert agreed that Mrs. Bird was very nice. Then Gilbert asked his sister, Did you like Mrs. Duck, Lola? Yes, said Lola, and I like my new friend. His name is Sam. I made a new friend too, Gilbert said, and so did Patty. Patty said, No, I didn't. Margaret is my friend from dance class. She's an old friend, just like you, Gilbert. Oh, Gilbert said. He was glad that he was still Patty's old friend. When they got home, Lola got a pencil and paper, and she wrote her name 10 times. I can read, she said to Gilbert. Then she read Lola. Lola, 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 Lola. I can read too, Gilbert said, and he read Frog and Toad Are Friends to Lola. Do you remember we read that book a couple of days ago? He guessed all at the words that he didn't know, but Lola said he was a good reader, just like Mrs. Duck. I love that they're sitting together. After dinner, they went out for ice cream to celebrate the first day of school. When they walked into the ice cream shop, Gilbert said, Look, there's my friend Frank. Lola said, And that's my friend Sam. Father said, And there's Mr. Pug, the principal. How cool. So Frank and Sam are they're brothers. That's awesome. So Lola and Sam ate strawberry ice cream, and Gilbert and Frank ate chocolate. And Mr. Pug had pistachio with ice cream with sprinkles on top. And Gilbert knew that as a rule, anyone who liked sprinkles on their ice cream had to be a very nice person. That was a great book. Brand New Pencils, Brand New Books by Diane DeGroat. I love it. I love that book. Okay. Let's see what's next. Now this book, honestly, doesn't have anything P with the letter P. I just thought it was funny. Uh-oh. Let's see. It's called The Burger and the Hot Dog by Jim Aylesworth and Stephen Gamble. This book is called The Burger and the Hot Dog. Okay. So pretty. You're pretty, said the orange to a lemon who seemed pleased. In fact, my dear, so pretty, you're at risk of getting squeezed. Veggie Soup. Carl Carrot is lead singer in a band called Veggie Soup. They're old-time country western, and they're quite a well-known group. Bo Beat, he plays the fiddle. He's the best, folks say by far. Oz Onion, he's on banjo, and Tex Tater plays guitar. They all wear fringe and rhinestones, fancy hats, and cowboy boots, and everybody loves them, from young kids to real old coots. Says Veggie Soup, the band with a beat. Bums. A bunch of sugar cookies met a bagel on the street. Then how they started acting proves some cookies aren't so sweet. These cookies started teasing, calling names and making fun, and then they started chasing as the guy began to run. Then something awful happened, but it served them right, those bums. They tripped while they were chasing, and now those cookies, they're crumbs. So I guess we figured out it's a book of poetry, all about foods. How bleak. A stick of gum was standing neath a diner stool last week. He happened to look upward and he said, "Oh gosh, how bleak. I used to know these fellas. They were sticks once, same as me, but now they're wads just stuck there, and it's not nice to see." How bleak. It's kind of gross. Yak and Yimmy. Two eggs named Yak and Yimmy are both very yally guys. With them, there's lots of laughing and most often some surprise. They're great to have at parties and they're asked by lots of folks. They keep a party yumping because they're both so full of yolks. So Yak, am I crazy? No, Yimmy, you just cracked. Yak and Yimmy. Too shy. A hard-boiled egg named Betty, who is very, very shy, got asked to do some dancing by a friendly French toast guy. But Betty said, "No, thank you." Though just why is it? Hard to tell. It seems she'll do no dancing till she comes out of her shell. Please remember the last one on the floor is a rotten egg. "Don't worry," an upset boy banana said. "Those jerks are hard to bear. I wave and call good morning, but they act like I'm not here." His sister said, "Don't worry. It's not you, so just relax. You see, if you look closer, that bunch is made of wax." The burger and the hot dog. A burger and a hot dog one day had a nasty spat. The burger got insulted because the hot dog called him flat. The burger started crying. His young feelings were all hurt, so he ran and shoved the hot dog, who fell face down in the dirt. Ew. The hot dog, too, got angry, and he started talking tough. Soon both of them were yelling, and they started throwing stuff. The soda, who was watching, said, "You're both the guilty ones, and if you do not stop it, I'll kick you in the buns." Bacon buddies. A strip of crispy bacon met a buddy not yet cooked. The raw one said, "My goodness, you were taller at last I looked." Top spot. When people serve a sundae, there's a cherry on the top. But if you ask the cherries, they'll all wish they would stop. They'll say, "Top spot's no honor. All of the spots, top spot's the worst." They've learned from the observation that the top spot's eaten first. Poor bar. An ice cream bar got stranded on the beach out in the sun. The temperature was 90. Someone shouted, "Better run." But sadly, though he didn't, this poor bar was not so quick. And when his friends next saw him, he was nothing but a stick. Right? It's a good book. Bopping Corn. 2 ears of corn from Fargo. Love that old time rock and roll. They love these 60s dances, like the pony and the stroll. Last night they played some records, did the twist, and then they bopped, but got so overheated that before they knew, they popped. See, they were corn, and now they're popcorn. Look at the moon, smiling at them dancing. And then the moon was like, oh my goodness. Okay, overpriced. One night, Bert Beef Bologna switched the numbers on his tag. The change made him expensive, but his purpose was no gag. Bert hoped to fool the shoppers who would think him overpriced, and then when they wouldn't buy him, he'd put off getting sliced. He's baloney. It is a great book. Angel Cake. Ooh, I love angel food cake. An angel cake in Kansas once phoned up her boyfriend Bread. Come take me out to dinner. In a short is what she said. The Bread said, you're my sweetie, and you know I love you so. Restaurants are expensive. You must think I'm made of dough. Blueberries. Stu bumped into two berries. One was Bruce, the other Brad. They both sat there together. Both were looking rather sad. Stu asked them, what's the matter? Is there something I could do? Bruce answered, rather glumly, we are both just feeling blue. Blueberries. Oh my goodness, you guys. You know what I just realized? I picked this book at random, but poems. How cool is that connection? Poems. I had no idea. Love when that happens. Sticky buns. Cinnamon buns and Cincy are those very gooey types which cause them big troubles that result in bun-type gripes. We're sick of being sticky, griped the one bun as he walked by. You said it, said another. Still another griped, no lie. We can't shake hands. No, never. Simple hugs can't just be done. And should we bump together? Oh my, that's never fun. Sticky buns. Barb Brownie. Barb Brownie's always sitting. From her couch she doesn't budge. It's not that she's nutty, but just weighed down with fudge. Barb. Nellie and Bill. Two pickles went out dancing. She's a gherkin, he's a dill. The gherkin's name was Nellie, and her partner, he was Bill. That dill Bill was so sour that the evening seemed quite long. Still Nellie kept on smiling, and she danced to every song. For sure she's no complainer, even though Bill mashed her feet. That's why I like her better. She's more pleasant, because she's sweet. Oh my goodness, I hope we have time for our third book. The Perfect Couple. A wedge of cheese named Woodrow has a smell which does offend. In fact, it's so awful that he hardly has a friend. And sure, it hurts his feelings when folks run and yell, P.U. But who could really blame him? And I think you'd do it too. For years he was so lonely that he'd sit at home and cry, but he never could change it. He was just a stinky guy. Then last week, he met Wanda. Quite a pungent wedge as well. Now, they're the perfect couple, because neither one can tell. Aw, Woodrow loves Wanda. Floozies. Justine's just a pizza with thin and crispy crust. She'll never add on toppings, saying that won't be discussed. I'm just a plain pizza, which I argue is the best. Those other girls, well, they're floozies. They're all overdressed. Didn't see that one coming. Okay, gripes. Most candy canes are happy, but today I heard some gripes. Two lady canes were saying they were sick of wearing stripes. Hello, class. I'm your new school teacher, Mr. Fishstick. Frankie Fishstick. Don't sell him short. Not Frankie. Though a fishstick, he's no fool. You'll note by that diploma he did well way back in school. Up to you. These food folks live in my town, and they also live in yours. Some families have so many that they've started giving tours. I know at least 100, but there are lots I've not yet met, like Tess the Taffy Apple and a nutmeg named Nanette. So keep your eyes wide open. You'll meet new ones if you do. But if you want more poems, then the rhyming's up to you. Poems. P. Perfect. The burger and the hot dog. How amazing is that? I cannot believe it. P for poems. Okay, you ready? Last book. Prince and the Pauper. P and P. Prince and the Pauper by Disney. For many years, England has a wise and good king. The people were happy under his rule, but by and by, the good king fell ill. Soon the greedy captain of the guard, Captain Pete, saw his chance to rob and terrorize the people. Without firewood to heat their simple homes and enough food to eat, people suffered terribly throughout the land. It seemed that no one could save the kingdom from the thieving Captain Pete until one day fresh kindling, called Mickey. Beside him, Goofy shouted, "Get your snow cones here." Plain and Rock and Twig, the two friends were hungry and cold, but they tried to make the best of things. Suddenly, a coach full of Captain Pete's soldiers spun around a corner, spraying snow in Mickey's and Goofy's faces. Mickey's dog Pluto shook the snow from his snout and took off after them. Mickey chased Pluto all the way to the castle. When one of Pete's guards caught sight of Mickey, he bowed so low that his nose almost touched the ground. "Welcome home, young prince," he said. "You fool," growled Captain Pete. "Don't you know the prince is still up in his room?" He grabbed Mickey and was about to throw him out when the prince called down to Captain Pete, "That is no way to treat one of my subjects. Unhand the lad and send him up to me." Uh-oh. Look at that. Wow. As Mickey tried to find the prince's room, he stared at the luxurious castle furnishings. He was so busy looking around that he forgot to watch where he was going. With a loud crash, he stumbled into several suits of armor. Just then the prince appeared. He was about to greet Mickey when the helmets toppled onto each other's heads. Mickey and the prince pulled off their helmets and gasped. "Oh, you look just like me," cried Mickey. "No, no, no," cried the prince. "You mean you look just like me. Exactly like me." Then the prince had an idea. "I could take your place for just one day. I'm so tired of being a prince," he said. "And I'm tired of studying and fencing and never having time for myself. I'd like to see what goes on outside the castle walls." "If we swapped clothes," he told Mickey, "you could live like a prince for a while, and I could walk around the kingdom just like an ordinary citizen." "But I don't know how to be a prince," said Mickey. "Don't worry about it," said the prince as he gave Mickey some royal clothes. "To govern, you need only to say, 'Splendid idea. I'm glad I thought of it.'" And the guards seized him. The prince put on Mickey's clothes, climbed through the window, and slid down a vine. "I'll be back in the wink of an eye," he called. Mistaking the prince for Mickey, Captain Pete grabbed him as soon as he reached the ground. Then he placed the prince in a catapult and fired him over the castle wall. "And stay out," said Captain Pete. He looks creepy. The prince landed on his face in the snow, and Goofy and Pluto ran over to help him. As soon as Pluto sniffed the prince, he knew it wasn't his master Mickey. So Pluto trotted off to the castle. He went to the gate to wait for the real Mickey. "Gosh, Mickey," cried Goofy, "you shouldn't jump over walls and land on your head like that. You could get hurt." Of course, the prince had no idea who Goofy was. "I'm Goofy, remember?" said Mickey's friend. "So I see, my good man," the prince mumbled, "but I really must be going. Ta-ta." Now Goofy was really confused. Mickey had certainly never talked that way to him before. Once the prince managed to get away from Goofy, he began to enjoy his new surroundings. "What a nice little place," he said to himself. "I really must try to come here more often." He's snoring. The prince was enjoying his walk when he spotted a little dog. Because he had never had a pet before, he thought it would be fun to play with the little fellow. But the little dog had a bigger friend who thought chasing the prince was even more fun. Back at the castle, Mickey was quickly becoming bored with life of a prince. He didn't like spending his days taking all those lessons, not when he could be eating instead. Mickey licked his lips as Donald, the prince's butler, carved a giant turkey. Mickey was about to help himself, but Donald pushed him away. Your Highness," said Donald. "Not yet. Remember, I have to taste it first. What if one of your enemies is trying to poison you?" "What enemies?" asked Mickey, but Donald didn't answer. His mouth was too full. And before Mickey could get a taste, Donald gobbled up everything on the platter. Outside the castle, the real prince quickly discovered that the greatest enemies of the townspeople were the king's own soldiers. Captain Pete had been ordering his men to steal everything they could carry. The prince was horrified. Lois, I don't know if I can do Donald Duck's voice. As your prince, I command you to give back everything that you have stolen, he declared. Prince, scoffed the soldier. I get it. You forgot to wear your crown today, he said, as he clobbered the prince with a pumpkin. How's that for a crown? Then the prince remembered something. I can prove I'm the prince, he shouted. He showed him his royal ring, the only thing he had brought from the castle. Everyone bowed before the prince. When they saw it, even the soldier who had a cart of stolen food. It is the prince, he said. I can't do it. I can make the noise, but not the voice. The prince quickly took charge of the food and began to give it back to the hungry people. He handed out loaves of bread and chickens, sausages, and hams until all the food had been returned. Hooray for the prince, shouted the happy crowd. Not everybody was happy about the prince's kindness, least of all Captain Pete's spies, who ran off to tell him about what the prince was up to. Pete quickly found the prince and had him thrown into the castle dungeon. Oh no! That's so scary. Donald was in prison too. That's all I got. The prince wept as he sat in the cold stone floor because he had changed places with Mickey. He had not been with his father when the king died, and now Mickey the pauper would be crowned king. Suddenly, there was a sound of heavy footsteps. Donald and the prince peered through the cell door to see a tall, dark figure coming toward them. He was carrying a very sharp axe. It's the royal executioner, gasped Donald. Oh, no. Captain Pete must have sent him. Whoa, you see him? Yikes. Oh. The prince and Donald shuddered as the executioner approached. To their great surprise, he tripped on his long robe and knocked the guards unconscious with the side of his axe. Gosh, I sure am sorry, cried Goofy as he pulled off his hood, and Donald grabbed the keys from Goofy and unlocked the door. Meanwhile, Captain Pete continued his evil plan. He was forcing Mickey to become the new king. To make sure that Mickey would obey his orders, Pete kidnapped Pluto. Pete knew that Mickey would never do anything to put his dog in danger. With Mickey on the throne, Captain Pete could control the kingdom. Bad news. Just as the crown was about to be placed on Mickey's head, Mickey ducked and said, "Stop!" I can't do the voice. Captain Pete is a traitor. No. Captain Pete is a traitor. Guards, seize him. The boy is an imposter, shouted Pete. But I am not, called out Prince, bursting into the room. As he rushed towards Captain Pete, he snatched the sword from a guard, and then the fight was on. Goofy and Donald were doing their best to help the prince. Donald swung his axe and sliced the ropes that held up the chandelier. It fell down on the whole crowd of soldiers. and it trapped him. When the brave prince knocked Pete's sword out of his hand, the townspeople cheered. Off to the dungeon with them, commanded the prince, and the townspeople tied up Pete and his men and led them away. Last page. Then it was time for the ceremony. The real prince was crowned king, and the people could feel safe once more. With a kind and generous ruler, the people all lived happily ever after. Thanks to Mickey, Goofy, and Donald. The end. Ta-da! The Prince and the Pauper. I'm not wearing my onesie to work. You're so silly. Okay, are you ready? I'm so excited. You guys, guess what? It's almost 11/11 on Friday the 13th. We get to make a wish together again. Ooh. Let's see. I wish. Let me see. I wish. I'm going to do it right now. I wish you luck. I need to find my lucky clover. That's what I'm going to post today. I wish you luck. Boom. 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 And guess what? I wish you luck. And it's 11/11. Make a wish. My wish unicorn. Okay, I wished. Ready for a hug, and then we're out of here. Put your right hand on your left shoulder and your left on your right. Give yourself a hug for me. Squeeze yourself so tight. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. And I'm here again on Sunday through Friday. And the Sunday's letter will be Q. That should be interesting. Prince and Pauper, maybe something about a queen. I don't know. But I wish you all the best day, a magical day. I'm so excited, and I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for being here. And we had someone come in at the end from, hi there, nice to see you. But yes, hug time, wish time, that's amazing. And I wish everyone an amazing day. And here we go. I am grateful. I am love. I am hopeful. I am peace. I hope you have a peaceful day. I hope it's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you Sunday. Bye, guys.